Welcome back to Showbiz Express. Joining us now, Gabe Luna, better known as the Ghost Rider from ABC's Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Hey, Ross.
You know, I've heard of prison breakouts, but in your case, your character is involved in a prison break-in.
Yeah. And a riot ensues.
Bring us forward as we move on in this season.
Well, we have, I guess where we've left off is S.H.I.E.L.D. is very aware of the Ghost Rider now, and I'm very aware that they know about me. And we just so happen to be chasing this information about the Darkhold, which is, in Marvel Comics lore, is the book from which all things magical springs. And vampires, werewolves, you know, everything, dimensions, all kinds of weird mysticism. And so now we're both on the same track, kind of trying to track down this book. Moving forward, we'll learn more about Robbie's backstory, which I'm really excited about. And this coming week, we learn a lot about Eli and his relationship with his uncle, and then the following week, we get to finally see the actual origin story and our new interpretation of it.
Are you ever surprised as you see the script when you show up at the table read?
This has been one of the coolest jobs I've ever had. I mean, because we're sitting in the table read, and you're reading all these things, you know, and the kind of stuff we talk about is just funny. I mean, if any kind of outsider would come in and sit in on the set and just hear what we're talking, it's like, oh yeah, so then Robbie just throws hellfire at this dude, and you ever seen Blade? It's kind of like Blade, where the dude just disintegrates, and then that happens, and then this guy is thrown across the cargo bay, and it's just it's really weird to hear those kind of conversations go on, but that's the world we're in, and that's the Marvel Universe is this really fantastic place where anything can happen. And so am I surprised about things? Constantly.
Were you a fan of the comic series before you got involved?
Yeah. I mean, I've been, I learned to read very early. It's one of a badge of honor that I carry with me. I think I was like 4.5, 5 years old. My first book was Big Bird and Big Red Tomatoes. But I think since I was like 6, man, it's just been I've been reading these books, and my favorite characters growing up were the Hulk and Wolverine, Silver Surfer, Ghost Rider. My brother and I love the Ghost Rider. So just to now be at the point where my real life and my imaginary life that I had growing up are now intersecting is extraordinary.
What is it about the storyline, the episodes, that just keeps fans coming back for more?
Well, first of all, we have the greatest fans in the world, and they are they're young people, obviously, and I think that what keeps them hooked and what keeps them involved with our stories is that we, from Jeff Loeb, our CEO of Marvel Entertainment on down, we've just all decided that. And I've said in interviews before, it's just the beautiful thing about it is it never stops. It's always real. It's always happening. You watch the Avengers, it ends. We sit in our seats until the end because we know Phil Coulson's going to show up and add another dude to the team. And I just think that the reason why it works so well is from Jeff Loeb on down, everyone's decided that this Marvel Universe is now running parallel to ours. And it is always happening at every moment. It's to where we can drop in and explore and see what stories are happening in the moment. And I think that's why it's effective, is that we just decided, along with the kids, that we're just going to believe it, you know.
Now talk to me about the physical part of your role. How demanding is it?
12 to 14-hour days, a lot of fighting, a lot of stunt work and wire work. Also, just a test of endurance but I love it. I mean, I love my crew. I love all of them. Gary Brown, our executive producer, everybody, Jed and Mo, and our showrunners, and they are all amazing. And we just, whenever we get a little tired, I bring my guitar with me to work, and I play "I Will Survive" for everyone, and gets everyone going.
Now, was there ever a time or an episode where you said, "Oh no, I'm not going to do that"? Stuntman, please.
No, I like to do everything. I come from an athletics background when I was younger, and I'll do at least one pass on everything as long as Gary Brown lets it's like some things might be just too much of an insurance issue to where they want to You know, because if I go down or Clark or anyone goes down, you know, everything shuts down for weeks. So we don't want to get hurt. But no. So far there hasn't been really anything except for that one shot where the bazooka hits the car and then flips and crashes into the pickup. They didn't let me do that. Although.
And was there a day when you went home and just said, "Oh my gosh, I really ache"?
I ache. Nothing that a little ibuprofen won't help with. But nah, man. I just you get so pumped up and the adrenaline's pumping to where you just don't even feel it. You don't feel it until Saturday. But by that point, football's on and I can just kick back and watch the game and let everything put itself back in place.
And finally, Gabe, is there something that you'd like to see the producers do? Something that you particularly would like to see happen in the show?
What would it be? I'd like to enter into like penance stare vibes, which is one of the Ghost Rider's powers, which is he's able to look into the eyes of whoever he's encountering at the moment and force them to feel the pain in which they've inflicted over the course of their lives, so that they're forced in that moment to physically feel all the pain that they've ever committed against others. And that'd be cool. I'd like to see that. I'd like to the Ghost Rider, I just saw Doctor Strange last night at the premiere. And as the comic book readers know, that Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange have a history, along with Blade and other people and they're known as the Midnight Suns. If it is indeed all connected, as Jeff Loeb says, then maybe some stuff like that happens. But that's just wishful thinking at this point.
Well, continued success to you. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you Tuesday nights on ABC's Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Thanks, Gabe.
Thank you, Ross.